Okay. All right. I hope this is looking okay. I really don't want to make a fool of myself here. We are live. That's something else. Are we live?
No.
3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. Are we live? Is my mustache looking okay? Yeah, hair's good. Okay, hey folks, welcome to PowerDrift. It's been a long time since I sat here right in front of you going live like this, and this time around we're going to be answering some questions regarding one of the most anticipated launches of one of the most coveted small cars, which is a full new car here for India. It's one of those small little big cars that you and I could possibly fall in love with. Now, before I get into the details of this car, remember you can ask us questions, and I say us because I have one fellow little friend who's also a fan, just like you folks who are sitting out there who are also fellow little friends out there. So hello. Thanks a lot for joining us. And this fan here, I say hi.
Hi.
Hi, thanks, thank you. Now, he knows a lot more about automotive stuff. He knows a lot more about Ignis, Maruti Suzuki Ignis. So if you got questions, ask them, and I'm going to try and answer them, but he will really nail them. Okay, to get into the details then, the new car Nexa, once again here, is, the new car Ignis, once again here, is the smallest car in Nexa lineup. And to speak of the way it looks, I personally quite dig the looks. It's a small car. It appeals with its projector headlamps, DRLs that it's got. It's got some nice little thing happening at the seat pillar. And overall, it's not a very long car. It's not longer than Swift. It's not longer than Figo. It's just about longer than the KUV 100 or the Quid. It's just about as wide as the Swift and the Figo, but has nearly the same boot space on offer as the Figo. So this car is targeted for millennials. What does millennials mean? I mean, who are millennials? Am I a millennial?
No. Youngsters.
Youngsters. So the Suzuki Ignis is targeted at youngsters. I'm quite a young guy, but not a millennial, or perhaps I am. If you happen to have your birthday lined up in the 80s or 90s, you are a millennial, and this is then a car for you. And it's a car because for you because it's no compromise. Now, usually when we go in for small cars, they are really meant for maybe people who don't want to go in for big cars because big cars cost big money. This is not that. This is a small car that will still cost you something, but it is not really a compromise. So what does it look like on the inside, which would then establish that it's not a compromise? Well, first of all, it's got a touchscreen display, a color touchscreen display on the inside, quite similar looking to those which we are used to seeing in Mercedes, the bolt-on screen that you see in Mercedes cars. I don't quite like the bolt-on screen in Mercedes cars, but I quite like this one. In this segment, there is nothing offering the sort of screen that you have. Now the reverse parking camera is also integrated in this screen. You also have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you get the typical auxiliary functions, USB connections, Bluetooth compatibility. So overall, quite nice, a dual tone interior finish on the inside to the Ignis. Now the dash itself is quite small, which is obvious, isn't it? Because you want to be excavating more space in a car as small as this. Onto the rear seat, I haven't been there. Glenn, have you been there on the rear seat? Are you there at the launch? I forgot to mention that this small little big car is being launched amidst the chaos and amidst the pompousness of Axwell concert, music concert. Can we even call it a concert?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Glenn happens to be there. Can Glenn talk? Glenn, can you talk? I guess Glenn cannot talk. Can you give us a big thumbs up, Glenn, if you're enjoying and liking the car and the concert? Yeah? Okay? Yeah, thank you. So Glenn's out there and he's going to get back to us with a lot more details. But as of now, I'm not there in the back seat, but he says there is no center armrest at the back. Come on, Glenn, that's all you could come up with. No center armrest at the back. I don't think you would want one. And was it? Okay, no rear AC vents either. For a car like this, we don't need it again, Glenn. Okay, so the car can comfortably seat 3 people at the back is what we are assuming as of now. We would be doing a comprehensive review too. We'll get the car and we'll let you know. Now's the time to ask more questions about Ignis and Fan here. What? Okay, I thought Fan here had something to suggest. Yeah, okay. Yep, yeah, the petrol engine, of course, it's 1.2 liters, the petrol engine. The diesel engine is 1.3 liters. Now, these are the engines that we have often seen in Maruti cars. The petrol one churns out about 85 horses. It has about 115 Newton meters of torque. my CBR Fireblade 2010 had about 115 Newton meters of torque. So that's the sort of torque that you have in this small little car. So I think it would be safe to assume that the cars are peppy. The petrol one has a claimed fuel efficiency of 21 kilometers per liter, if you are really interested in knowing that. And the diesel one, which is a 1.3 liter diesel engine, has about 190 Newton meters of torque and about, what horses? 75
Yes.
horses. The claimed fuel efficiency for that could be somewhere around 26 kilometers per liter. Now that's good fuel efficiency numbers for and a good small little peppy utilitarian lifestyle car. The stress here is also on lifestyle, cause it is again no compromise. It's not a small car that gets seat belts, that gets safety, and this is where I'm really falling in love with the Maruti Suzuki Ignis because it's big on safety like what us millennials would want. It's got ABS, it's got EBD, it's got dual airbags, and us millennials, we like to have fun. And in case you get someone pregnant, then you also have ISOFIX mounts at the rear seats should you be having an early child. So really big on safety is a big plus, big thumbs up, and the fan here really loves that. Thank you, fan, for bringing this safety aspect.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! Yeah. What else is it that I'm missing about Ignis smallest car in the next car lineup? There's going to be more cars coming up in the next car lineup. I think, all in all, Maruti Suzuki has always had a car made for our typical. Again, there's some chair noise happening here, very typical at PowerDrift. But Maruti Suzuki, they have always had a car for a grandfather, they have had a car for our father, and now they're having a car for us youngsters. And it's great to have India's largest, if I may say that, auto manufacturer, taking the right step into the direction of safety, setting a precedence for all of us with those safety features, ABS, EBD. So really big kudos. So really kudos to the big auto manufacturer of our country. Really proud of you for bringing the Maruti Suzuki Ignis into the market. Any more questions now? We are ready to take questions, Fan and I, aren't we? Okay, questions. First question, is there any? Is there any question? Did we miss anything, by the way? I think we missed talking about the ground clearance. The ground clearance being 180 meters. Thank you, fan. MM, not meters, millimeters. I was just trying to see if my fan here is attentive. I hope you guys are being attentive too. So 180 millimeters of ground clearance. And if you're going to ask, is that good or bad? Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad? That's good. That's good ground clearance. You won't be having any trouble with this ground clearance. Any other questions, folks? Anything that you want to know? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, we have we have the prizes.
You have the prices?
Yes.
Before the prices, I also forgot to mention this. Fan, now you should have corrected me. I forgot to mention this, that you get automatic transmission in the Maruti Suzuki Ignis. Now, so it could be right to say that in this segment, this is the only diesel automatic hatchback. In this segment, you get the A class and the B class, which are automatic, which are also hatches, but they're premium hatches. Are they really hatches? They're premium hatches. This one gets an automatic manual transmission, so no use for the clutch pedal. Us millennials, we don't like working as hard. Of course, we work hard, but not as hard on things that don't reward you as much, right? So yes, the petrol and the diesel variants come with AMT transmission, folks, and that's another thing that you would really want to get the car for, don't you? Now for the prices, what are the prices like?
4.59 starts.
Starts at what?
4.59.
Suddenly there's a female talking. I think it's a female fan. The name could be Usha here. 4.59 lakhs is the base variant. That's the starting price. And what's the top end there?
7.46.
7.46. All right. So 4.59 is where the Maruti Suzuki Ignis starts. And 7.46 is
7.8.
7.8. Okay. Sorry guys. I got this wrong. You got this wrong, but 7.8 is the top end for Maruti Suzuki Ignis. Now, can you tell us a bit more about the pricing? How good is this pricing? Is it bad?
It starts cheaper than Swift.
It is cheaper than Swift. Yes, it is. It is cheaper than Swift. And the top end, now the top end is going to come with all the goodies loaded, okay? If you are going to look at lower spec variants or base variants, you may not get the bolt-on screen, which is the color screen. You also may not get things like climate control, which come in the top end. Anything else about that you get in the top end? How's the top end really loaded with goodies? Can you tell us that?
Lot of features, but no AMT. AMT on mid variants.
Oh my God. Really?
Yes.
AMT just in mid variants?
Yes.
So if you're really interested in buying if you're really interested in making no compromise, you still have to make one compromise, which is in the automatic transmission. That you won't get it in the top end. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Anything else that you guys want to know? I hope you are being attentive, and I hope you're really enjoying this, because I'm having a blast talking about Maruti Suzuki Ignis. It's a car that we have been waiting to find more about ever since we saw it at the Auto Expo, which was last year. Now,
one fan asks, Gauri Shankar asks, is it 3-cylinder? The diesel is a 4-cylinder, of course, and so is the petrol.
okay, so Gauri Shankar, there you have it, straight from the fan's mouth, fan to fan directly. This is a fan talk. I like it. It's not a 3-cylinder engine, no. It's a 4-cylinder diesel engine, and the petrol one is 4-cylinder, as the fan has confirmed to us. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Dave Agnani, Power and Talk.
Power and torque. Now, Dave Agnani power and torque figures, as mentioned earlier. If you're looking at the petrol engine, it has 85 horses and torque is 115 Newton meters. If you want to remember that, CBR Fireblade 2010 or the current CBR Fireblade is nearly about 115 Newton meters. I don't know why I'm throwing that in your faces, but that's the bike that I really love, and this is the car that I really want to love. Diesel engine, it has 75 horses. And hang on, do not interfere. Hang on, 190 Newton meters of torque in the diesel engine. Now, numbers don't really mean a whole lot, but I think what we really want to know is that this car is not making a big compromise when it comes to being peppy in the city, and that's really the purpose of this utilitarian lifestyle product, Maruti Suzuki Ignis. Ignis is quite a name, means what? Fire in Latin? Does it mean fire in Latin? Alright guys, this is a homework to do for all of us. Maruti Ignis, I think it's a Latin word and it means something. And if you can answer down below in the comment section right now as to what it means, I am going to kiss this fan. No, yeah, I might just. But Ignis means fire, I think. Ignite, Ignis.
Yes, it does.
It does, okay.
On performance, it weighs same as the Swift. So if you like Swift on performance, you like Ignis. They're the same weight.
Ignis and Swift are the same weight. If you like Swift, a lot of people have liked Swift for performance in the past. Well, you might end up liking Ignis too. What's up with Glenn, by the way? Glenn, how are you doing? Any news from you? Are you flabbergasted? I mean, show us the expression on your face when you see this concert, and oh, that's quite an expression, Glenn. I've never seen your face like this. All right, Glenn, thanks a lot once again. Glenn seems to be flabbergasted entirely. I think it's also the music concert and the whole gala thing that they have going on there at the launch.
Priyank asks us if it is going to be powerful than new Swift. Not really. Same power once again. Same engines from Maruti. They're going to continue to be the same for a while.
Okay, so Priyansh, is the Ignis going to be more powerful than the new upcoming Swift? The answer that the fan has, which is not quite convincing really, is not really.
But
not really.
Swift might be lighter, so Swift may become faster.
Swift might be lighter, so Swift may become faster. I hope you guys can hear the fan too. I mean, I don't have to keep repeating what the fan says, but I'm just doing it for the sake of clarity because I'm louder than the fan. I'm windier than the fan. Any more questions, folks, or should we be wrapping up here our
people are asking us what is
with Maruti Suzuki Ignis? Yes, fan, I've said this before, do not interfere when I'm talking, and now go on.
People are asking what are the competition cars?
Competition cars, the cars that don't sell but are in the competition list, is KOV 100, if you want to pronounce it as 100, or you can call it 100, but don't call it that. Mahindra likes it 100. There is the Quid, Renault Quid, Renault Quid, not really, is on. Why not? Yeah, of course. I mean, Renault Quid, not really. But then there's the Figo, which is a more befitting competition. And then there's, what were we talking about? Grand i10. Anything that I'm missing in the competition cars, fan? All right, we got it all. Okay. Sometimes he just doesn't like talking. He or she? Yeah, fan?
Gauri Shankar, does it have airbags as standard across all variants?
Yes. Now that's the best part, Gauri Shankar. Thank you for asking this question. It really matters when it comes to safety. And you see, we don't like to be joking around when we talk of safety. The Maruti Suzuki Ignis has dual airbags standard across all the variants. It's something that the youngsters really want to have, and it's something that Maruti has done a great job giving it to us. Not just airbags, you also have ABS EBD standard across the variants. Is that right, Fan?
Yes.
Yeah, and you also get dual airbags and yes, seatbelt pretensioners and everything. So on safety aspect, the car's ticking all the boxes.
Arshad Basti asks if it is more spacious than current Swift. We wait for review.
More spacious than current Swift. Now, you don't want the car to be a whole lot spacious because that would make the car big. And the purpose of this car is lifestyle and utility. So it would be easier to park for us youngsters. We are always in a hurry. We don't want to be wasting time searching for a good parking spot. It's going to be easy to zip around through traffic. We can keep up. I think the car is something that can keep up pace with us youngsters. In terms of space, then you may not have as big a space as Swift, but I can't really confirm you that. Can Glenn confirm us that? Does it have more space on the inside? I don't think Glenn can confirm us that either. With that face of his, I don't think he's even on the same page. So we'll wait for a comprehensive review to find out if it has more space or as much space as Swift. But the boot space is near about the same as Swift. That we can tell you.
Price range again.
Price range, once again, Fan, I think it was starting from 4 point some XY.
4.6 to 7.8.
To 7.8. 4.6 to 7.8. Say it after me, guys. 4.6 to 7.8 for Maruti Suzuki Ignis. Good price point if you ask me. For more, we'll have to wait for the comprehensive review. So 4.6 is the base variant, and 7.8, the one which gets loaded with all the goodies, all the features, all the safety features, are standard across all the variants, but the other goodies like the touchscreen, etc., in the 7.8 variant, but what you don't get in the top end variant, which is the only bummer for me right now, is automatic transmission. You don't get it in the top end variant. You only get it in the mid variants.
Abhishek asks if there's a start-stop button.
There is, this is something that we had forgotten. And so, Abhishek, you win a special PD Army goodie. Thanks a lot for asking this question. Do make it a point to ask questions that we have forgotten. We're going to get you the right answers. The Suzuki Ignis, yes, the fan says yes, has a push start button. Yes, it does. So, a start stop button, push start button. That's another of the goodies that you're going to get. Really nice to have that. Who's going to be roaming around really sticking a key inside something that doesn't really go in there? We youngsters don't have the time for that.
Moto Mofo, when is the first impression coming?
Moto Mofo. Now, this is a name that's very familiar to us since Power to the Rider days. Hey, Moto Mofo, I think you're the same guy whom we really loved back then too. We love you today. What was the question?
When is the first impression coming?
When are the first impressions coming? I think if we get lucky, and we are on a roll here in year 2017, we might get to drive this car on 18th and 19th or 17th and 18th. So the first impression should be out somewhere before 25th of this month. I hope that helps. I hope you will be patient till then. Stay subscribed to the channel. And yes, first impressions before 25th of this month. Another something that I've forgotten to mention about this car is that you have customization options. Now we all know how us youngsters like to be color coordinated with everything. So you can make the roofs very colorful so that if you happen to stay on say 11th floor, 6th floor, and we're looking down at your car from the window, you're going to see all the colorful roofs down there. You can customize this car.
Sushrit asks how much fuel capacity, 32 liters tank.
So Shruth, fuel capacity for this car is 32 liters. Depending on petrol or diesel variant that you're going for, you're gonna oscillate between 21 kilometers per liter for petrol to 28 kilometers per liter. So with 32 liters of tank, you can think of doing intercity, intracity, and everything with this car then.
Varun asks airbags on the base variant.
Yes, Varun, hi there. Thanks for this safety question once again. We cannot stress enough airbags for base variant. Dual airbags across the variant for Maruti Suzuki Ignis. Any more questions, or should we look at wrapping this up, guys?
Baleno versus Ignis.
Baleno versus Ignis. I would say the only comparison is they would be weighing possibly the same. Two different cars, and would they weigh the same?
No.
They won't.
Baleno is lighter.
Baleno would be lighter. Okay. Okay, but the Ignis is a smaller car. That's why I thought that. But yeah, anyway, so Baleno versus Ignis, I could tell you a bit more when we really get the car to drive and when we can really feel the car from the inside and outside. Um, yeah, yeah, but both are good cars. Baleno sure is. Ignis, I don't know yet. I really don't know. But it's really got all the things going for it, the Maruti Suzuki Ignis. Now, Fan and I had been waiting, creating some notes out here. Let me just go through them very quickly. I think we've got everything covered. The fact that both the cars, the fact that the car Ignis has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is also great for us, for the target audience of this car, which is millennials, youngsters, millennials.
A lot of people asked rear parking sensors and parking camera. Thumbs up. Yes.
So rear parking camera and sensors. Parking sensors for a small car like this, you get it. And parking camera, you get it. You don't have to be straining and wrecking your neck all the time. You know, just look straight at the color display out there. Yes, parking camera is present for the youngsters. So one way of finding out what the car gets is really, if you happen to be a millennial, ask yourself, would you want it? If you're a millennial, once again, ask yourself, would you want a reverse parking camera? If the answer is yes, Maruti Suzuki has done a great job of putting that feature in the car. And that's really why I'm looking forward to this car so much, because they have gone all out and really ensured that we youngsters, if I am counted as one, but we millennials end up liking the car. If you want safety, do you want safety as a millennial? I think yes, you're going to get it.
Neeraj asks wheelbase, it's 2.4 meters.
Wheelbase is 2.4 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wheelbase of the car. Wheelbase of the car is typically the wheelbase is, you know, front wheel to rear wheel. It's the length of the car, not really the length of the car, not from front bumper to the rear bumper, but between the wheels, right? That's 2.4 meters.
Almost same as Swift again.
Almost same as Swift again. Thank you, Fan. Thank you. Any more questions? You might want to be knowing a lot of things about the Maruti Suzuki Ignis. I sure was wanting to know a whole lot of things, so we sent Glenn to the launch. Little did we know that he would be so flabbergasted that he would not talk back to us at all. So I'm the only guy, along with this Fan, having to talk to you. And so if you got questions, Fan and I are here to answer them. Thank you, Glenn, for being such a beep.
I am Blaze asks for boot space, it's exactly 260 liters.
Okay, I am Blazed. I am Blazed. Quite a blazing name that. 260 liters is the boot space. Nearly the same as the Figo or the Swift. Nearly the same. 260 liters of boot space. Boy, you could carry lots of party stuff in this car then when you're going clubbing, if you know what I mean. But don't drink and drive, guys.
Gaurav asks Ignis versus Swift. Ignis is a new car. And
Ignis
with
versus
safety.
Ignis versus Swift. Well, Ignis has safety across all the variants. It's a new car. I can't really take sides as of now. You guys shall excuse me for that. But I haven't driven the car. That is the Ignis. So I can't really tell you. But yeah, if you're really interested, stay subscribed to this channel, and we're going to do a Titanic versus maybe. Thank you. Any more questions?
Headroom.
Headroom. Well,
Tall car.
it's a tall car for sure, and headroom would be good enough. Again, it's a question that I would have to get inside the car and then answer. I'm a 6 foot tall guy, but so are many millennials and youngsters these days. We have one guy called Gaurav Patil, and he was born in 1984, and he's taller than I am. So since this car is meant for a target audience like this, it's safe to assume that headroom would be sufficient. We'll find it out later. I think price once more on the screen. Okay, guys, you want to find out the price for Maruti Suzuki Ignis? It's right out here on the screen for all the variants. That is Sigma, Delta, Zeta, and Alpha. All right. So with that, I would like to wrap up our question answer session for Ignis. If you got more question answers about PowerDrift, the new year 2017 coming up, what stories are going to be hitting your screens, we will be doing a live session very soon. Once again, thanks a lot for paying attention to Fan and what? I said subscribe. Okay. So thanks a lot for paying attention to this Fan and subscribe to PowerDrift. Goodbye, guys. Thank you for being there.